Hello.
Give us money.
Please, we want our money back from seeing this movie. No, if you click we're doing an Indiegogo campaign right now for our next movie, which is a sequel to the Snob movie, and we have a video posted on YouTube right now going along with that. And if you click on the link in the description of this video, it'll take you right to the Indiegogo page, or above if you're watching it on the website. So that'll take you right to the Indiegogo page. But yeah, help us make our movie, which
It probably won't have any dinosaurs in it.
well, I think
What you said?
it might.
Okay.
No,
It might have dinosaurs in it, if that's a selling point for you.
if it's a selling point for you, sure. But, I mean, we're not really even in pre-production on this thing right now. Can already assure you it'll be a better movie than Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom.
We'll put the dinosaurs in post, like they did in this movie.
Sweet. Man, so okay, this came out last weekend. I was at a convention last weekend, so yeah, missed this on the Thursday night screening, so we're here on Monday night checking this movie out. This fucking movie. Look, I mean, neither one of us really cared that much for Jurassic World
Nope.
a few years ago, so if you want to hear from someone who was a fan of that, and that's kind of the angle that you want in terms of a review, I understand. I get it. We're not it. We're not at all. This movie is so bad.
I came in expecting to hate it.
Uh-huh.
And I didn't hate it, but I didn't like it. So I'm having this weird sort of like cognitive dissonance where I came out sort of pleased, but that's not good. It just is kind of an indicator of how low the bar was set in my mind for what I'm expecting out of this movie.
Yeah.
So most days have like a laundry list of stuff that wasn't as bad as I expected it to be, and the rest of it was just kind of a shit show.
This movie is worse than I thought it was going to be. I hated this movie. I hated this movie so goddamn much.
All right, well,
And
you talk first then.
I didn't like Jurassic World, but I didn't hate it.
I hated Jurassic World.
I didn't like it, but hate, not really. Like Jurassic World, I was like, if only I was somewhat entertained by it, I could I'd have been able to look past like a lot of issues I had with it, but I really wasn't entertained by that fucking movie. I get that people are. Like, I run into people a lot. Laura, for instance, likes Jurassic World a lot on the basis of, like, you know, she had fun with it. I get it. I totally get that. There's a lot of movies I'm like that with. Jurassic World, not really. There wasn't really enough for me to really like about that movie. Little things here and there, but nothing to make me really have that good of a time in this. This movie's beyond dumb. Like there's dumb and there's this fucking movie. Like it'd be one thing if this movie were just dumb. Because Jurassic World was dumb. Fine. I didn't have a good time with it, but whatever. This movie's beyond dumb. This movie's brain dead. This movie, more often than not, it doesn't seem how aware of how stupid it is. Sometimes it does. Like, once in a while, like, sprinkled here and there in it, when, like, it'll go so far in the direction of dumb, where a dinosaur practically smiles at the fucking camera while it's in the midst of doing this.
It's like Michigan J. Frog winking.
Yeah, while it's in the middle of doing this hostile but with dinosaurs plot. Oh my god, I hated this fucking movie. I hated this movie so goddamn much. This movie, like, dumb is one thing. This movie is like hiring a flat earther to teach a science class. Fuck, I hated this fucking movie. But, no, you go ahead.
Oh, well, okay. So if you want to find out how much and to what extent and for the reasons why I hated the first Jurassic World, you can go ahead and watch that video. I honestly don't remember most of them. I just remember hating it with a fiery passion.
Sure.
And so this movie, like, as dumb as it was like, oh, okay, this isn't like bile-inducing like I remember the first one being. But it was, like, it was just boring.
It's so boring.
Like, it's for a movie where it's basically just like, it's just, it bores you to tears because you never really expect anything bad to happen to any of the characters, except the ones that you know something bad is about to happen to them, and it's like, all right, here we go.
When Ted Levine shows up as the hunter, who might as well be wearing dinosaur skin. Like, yeah, villain. Yeah, and then this movie doesn't even give, like, any kind of, like, really audience-rousing death scene to any of them. Like, really, like, it'd be one thing, it's like, okay, I know that's a bad guy, I know that's a bad guy, I know that's a bad guy. Maybe it would have some kind of payoff towards the end.
I think it's, like, an interesting way for them to die, but
like,
they'll just get eaten by dinosaurs.
A couple of them are fucking off-screen. The rest of them, there's so much fucking CGI and shit going on the screen, it doesn't even fucking matter that that's a person's leg hanging out of their goddamn mouth. Yeah, the plot of this movie, sure, it's dumb, of course it is. Like, they go to the island to get the dinosaurs off because there's a volcano going on the island, and it's all part of this master plan to collect some of these dinosaurs to create their own raptor and, like, sell them in this auction to the highest bidder. Meanwhile, there's this cloning thing going on that's... I guess I don't want to get into spoilers on this piece of shit, but, like, meanwhile, there's this cloning reveal in the movie that feels like something out of, like, fucking Cure for Wellness. Might as well, it was revealed in a fucking mansion in this movie.
It felt like a video game, that bit. Like, like Resident Evil or Silent Hill, where there's, like, a bunch of people wandering around a mansion for what felt like 8 hours, and then it turns out cloning, and then they just keep wandering around a mansion.
Then they just keep going, because this movie will not fucking end. This movie would not end. And then when it got
changing locations, and then it turned out there's dinosaurs there too. Oh no.
I should have seen the ending coming, because the ending is in the trailer.
It sure is.
Like, some things could have carried me through this movie if there was some character to it at all. Like, if it was at least fun, maybe. Like, or if there was some, just 1, 2, 3 characters. I'll take one. I'll take one character in this film. Something to carry me through this. This movie has, like, none of that.
There's Dr.
Blue.
Malcolm showing up to, oh my god, and then just go back to the actual movie.
Yeah, you want to see his scene, watch the trailer.
Watch
there
the trailer.
You go.
That's the entirety of Jeff Goldblum's appearance in this movie. There's Blue, who's basically the Roadrunner in this movie.
Blue is the only thing that I like about either one of these movies. Because that character kind of deserves so much better than...
Yeah, well, they fluffed her up in this so much that it's like... She's not scary, and she's supposed to be scary, right? She's
Blue?
a goddamn Velociraptor.
I don't take Blue as being intended to be scary.
I think that she should be a little scary, because like she's friends with Chris Pratt, and as much as a Velociraptor can be friends with a person,
sure.
But like you should feel that there's at least some sense of menace if things go wrong, like there was in the first one, which again, I did not like the first one.
Right.
But you were at least scared of the Velociraptors. And this one, she was just kind of like a puppy dog.
That's exactly what she is. But I don't mind that because that character is at least somewhat endearing, and it's also an established one from the other one, and it was one of the only likable characters in the other one, and it's the only character Chris Pratt has chemistry with in this fucking movie. So, in that regard, and also, like, everything that was supposed to be, like, scary about a dinosaur in this was really all on that mega raptor they create, because if there's one lesson that they learn from every one of these movies, it's to not learn a fucking lesson.
The Endo-Velociraptor.
Yeah. God, this movie is chock full of characters making dumb decision after dumb decision. This movie sequel baits itself from one of the dumbest decisions I've ever seen in a movie recently.
That little girl, man.
Yeah, that girl needs to go to fucking jail.
Yeah, she should. Because, like, there's a point... Okay, we're gonna get into spoilers, obviously. We always get into spoilers. So, like, the dinosaurs get out, and they're, like, roaming the earth, and we're supposed to think that that's, like, a good thing, because of the not Jessica Chastain, the Bryce Dallas Howard end of things is, save the dinosaurs. They're practically extinct, so, we should treat them as any other endangered species. And so, like, when they get out, it's like, hooray, the dinosaurs are free, finally. And you see Blue, like, overlooking, like, a suburb in Arizona. It's like, that dinosaur is gonna eat so many toddlers.
Yeah. It's like, that attitude is fine when the dinosaurs are on an island.
Yeah.
That's when that attitude is fine. If your attitude is still like that in the way that it's portrayed at the end, you're a douchebag. And I was already hating these characters before moments like that, especially that fucking comic relief that's in this goddamn thing.
Oh, I thought he was cute.
I hated that kid every time he was on screen. Whenever he opened his mouth, it was a one-note. It was a one-note character throughout this whole goddamn thing. It was just the same thing again and again, where he's, I should be home. I shouldn't be here. That's scary. Oh, that's scary. That's scary. It didn't do it for me
He
at
was
all.
right, it was pretty scary.
I hated that character so goddamn much. But then again, I hated most things about this fucking movie.
Yeah, everyone was just dumb, and the plot was boring, and the dinosaurs weren't believable, and they kept being really close to the dinosaurs, and like in Jurassic Park, when they were close to the dinosaurs, it was fucking scary.
Yeah.
In this it was just like, oh no, they're gonna clip to that CGI.
Oh, yeah, because Jurassic Park is a much better written film than this. It is better at character, it's better at tension, it's better at plot.
It's got so many memorable parts in it.
Oh, and this movie reminds you of that every 5 fucking minutes, where it's constantly repeating shots, throwing references in every 10 goddamn minutes to constantly remind you of a way better movie than this.
Let's make up your own fun shit,
Like it does the thing with the mirror and the objects
in the mirror,
all that
than they appear.
when the girl closes the thing before the raptor hits it. Every fucking 15 minutes in this movie is something like that.
There's a scene where like the raptor is like opening the door to get to the little girl's bedroom.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking like he's gonna like sneak in and bite her, and then she's gonna become a dinosaur.
I wouldn't have put it past this fucking movie. I was also thinking, why is she hiding on top of the bed?
That little girl had been so smart up until that point, and then she's like, I know what I'll do. I'll hide under the covers. It's like, fuck you!
Yeah.
Either explain why she's, panicking and making a bad decision, or make her continue to make good decisions like she has been.
This movie is just cynical crap. It's just crap.
It's a cash grab.
Oh, well, yeah, it totally is, but it's not even a good one. Like, a movie could be a cash grab and still be fine. This movie is just cynical garbage. It is cynical garbage just shat out there, and it tries to do... There's that scene in the movie where where the long neck not brontosaurus, but
Pachyosaurus?
I can't remember. Laura would know if she's here.
Yeah, I only know the name of the one dinosaur, and that's because I googled head bonk dinosaur, because it turns out that it's called a Pachycephalosaurus.
When there's that shot in the movie where it's like the sad shot in the movie, where there's one dinosaur, the boats are going away and like smoke is coming, and it's supposed to be this dramatic, sad moment, and it is sad, but it's manipulative as fuck. Like it's a moment that this stupid piece of shit didn't earn. Nope. It would be like if you're watching... We're talking about this outside. It's like if you're watching like 90 minutes of just farts, and then halfway through a dog slowly died. It's like, yeah, that's going to be sad, but it doesn't. It didn't earn that. It's just trying to manipulate the fuck out of the audience. Like, yeah, it was a sad shot, and it certainly was, but. God, this movie could fuck off. You
know me, I'll cry at the top of a hat if something sad happens in a movie.
Uh-huh.
They didn't ring tier 1 out of me with that scene. It's like, oh no, the dinosaur's dying. Oh no, they made a CGI dinosaur and then they killed it.
It was like 30 seconds to a minute of this movie suddenly thinking it's way better and more important than it is. Like, as if 2 seconds ago there wasn't Chris Pratt outrunning a fucking volcano.
Oh yeah, it's a small thing to be picky about, but that is not how lava works. You can't be like this close to lava and it turns out you're okay as long as it doesn't touch you. It's like, no, that shit is extremely hot.
Like, that's what I mean. It's like there's a difference between dumb, and then there's a difference between just thinking your audience is a chock full of idiots. And that's this. And that's it. This isn't good dumb. It is.
Yeah, and there's movies that can, like, get away with shit like having someone this close to lava and still being okay. And, you let it get away, let them get away with it because the rest of the movie is kind of, like, lifting you up over the garbage. Like,
Fast and the Furious.
Fast and the Furious, yeah, like Temple of Doom, they do that shit.
Yeah.
But you barely know. It's like, yeah, okay, that's how it works in this movie.
Yeah, it's like, okay, fine.
It's like, fuck you!
Yeah, because there's nothing... You're right. There's nothing good about it that's carrying you through all that shit, or to make you accept it, or to make it fun at all. It's just stupid. I don't recommend this at all.
No.
Like, I don't even know. Like, if Laura hadn't seen it with us, I would be like, I don't know, maybe if you like Jurassic World, you would like this. But she liked Jurassic World a lot, and while she liked this better than I did, she still didn't seem to like it very much.
Nope.
So I don't know. I thought this movie sucked. I don't fucking recommend this movie. I hated this fucking movie.
I've got a little list of things that were okay about it. I like that Chris Pratt was nicer to her than he was to her in the first movie. Like, you still didn't buy them as a couple, but you at least saw them buying, considering to be a couple.
Sure.
I liked the bonkhead dinosaur. He was adorable every time he showed up. I liked there was a baby Triceratops that they showed briefly that had a very, like, Baby Mine sort of feel.
I was thinking that too.
That was the most, like, that was the saddest part of the movie for me. Not so much that dinosaur slowly dying in a cloud of smoke. The fact that someone wanted to just buy the baby.
Yeah.
Like, they mentioned it in passing. It's like, no, because you can't just buy the baby.
Yeah. Oh, those assholes all got eaten. Assumedly so. Most deaths are off camera in this.
I was going to say that little girl was a better actress than the two boys in the first one, but then that scene with the button where she's like, I had to.
Oh.
Like, all right.
Oh,
well,
yeah.
The rest of it, you were fine.
That girl could have been easily written out of this fucking movie.
Yeah, they just wanted a kid in it.
Yeah.
The first one had a kid in it, and the first one had a kid in it.
Skip this shit.
Yep.
I say, even though it's Monday night now and you've probably already seen this.
Oh well.
Alright, trailers.
Yeah. I keep getting a pen, and David keeps stealing it to do his crosswords. So, Spiderman Into the Spiderverse. That looked really good.
That does look good. I'd seen the teaser trailer for it. I hadn't gotten this trailer yet, but we both leaned over to Laura at the same time, which is like, is that Jake Johnson as Peter Parker? Like, fuck yeah!
That was an excellent casting choice.
Yeah, it is.
And I didn't notice, like, watching the teaser trailer, how much, like how stylized the foreground is. Like, they've got, like, the comic book dots in it, and it's not in a distracting way. It's, like, kind of a cool...
Oh, yeah.
Just, like, a cool... It's just cool looking, you know?
I hope it's in the same continuity as that Venom movie coming out.
That's my Venom impression.
Oh, thumbnail.
If you wish you still did the reviews in 5 seconds videos.
Yeah, it's true.
So yeah, that looks awesome, and I want to watch it, although that's probably going to be a you and Dave movie. Mission Impossible Fallout.
That comes out in a couple weeks.
Yeah, this was a new trailer.
Oh, you hadn't gotten this trailer yet? Oh, I've gotten this one a bunch of times.
This one had more,
Henry Cavill. It shows the villain a lot more in this trailer.
Yeah,
too.
it's still like the part that I really like, where he's just like punching the wall.
Yeah.
But had like, it didn't just have the brunette woman; it had like a blonde woman as well with like a knife in her underpants. And then it showed more Simon Pegg. He's the I was trying to think of. And he's easily my favorite part of the Mission Impossible movies.
And it showed that this is the trailer that ends with the burnt helicopter rolling towards Tom Cruise.
And then he's like, "Oh no,
get out of there, Tom Cruise!"
I do like to see. I can't remember his character's name.
Ethan Hunt.
Yes, I like to see Ethan Hunt having an oh no moment, because
I do too.
Few and far between. Usually he's like, I know what to do, but this is like, shit. Well,
they do that in this trailer too, where he's got to jump out the window, and he actually pauses for a moment and just goes, "I'm jumping out a window."
Give me a second. Crying out loud. Too old for this shit. Creed 2.
Which looks awesome. The Creed versus Drago rematch, 30 years in the making.
So who's playing Drago?
I don't know. I heard that, I think, I don't know who's playing the younger Drago, but I heard that, like, Dolph Lundgren is supposed to be in this somewhere.
Like Daddy Drago.
Yeah. I hope that also the son of the robot from Rocky IV is in this as well.
Happy birthday, Paulie! Oh, buddy, we got some bad news for you.
It's Paulie's grave, and the robot is his hunched, putting flowers.
No, just a birthday cake.
I still miss you, Paulie.
Paulie, why won't you answer me?
Please, for the love of God, do that.
Yeah, they kept building up like, Drago's coming. We're gonna see who plays him, and the preview's over.
Yeah,
Showed,
it was a teaser. But
bullshit.
Yeah, I'm down. It's fucking Creed 2. Hell yeah, I'm down.
Did you like the first one? I never saw the first one.
Oh, it's so fucking good. Yeah, the first one's great. You would dig it. Yeah, the first one's great.
Robin Hood.
Oh, that does not look great.
I thought it looked great. I thought it looked like fun.
It looks maybe it might turn out to be alright, but it looks, just from this trailer, it looks way too much like that bad King Arthur movie I had to see last year.
It looked like at first I thought they were doing like another Assassin's Creed movie.
It looks like that.
Yeah, it's just like way up its own ass, but then it turns out that the guy is the guy.
Yeah.
And it's the kid from Kingsman, and he was being kind of cute and adorable about it. So if this movie has like some fuck me, he cleared it moments, then I could see enjoying it.
That's another thing, that'll always be my Robin Hood.
Hashtag not my Robin Hood.
Not my Prince of Thieves, fuck yeah. This one, yeah, I'm getting way too much like King Arthur, Sword of whatever the fuck that movie was called.
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Yeah,
this is again, I don't think I've gotten this exact one, but they're all starting to kind of blend together, because there's a bunch of them.
Yeah, this is a trailer I've gotten this one a bunch of times. Like most movies I've been going to, there's been at least either one of the Ant-Man trailers has been in front of it, but yeah, I mean, it looks good, but I'm ready for it to come out.
Yeah, just because this one had a couple more quips in it. Like there's a part where the van was tiny and then it gets big, and he's like, "What did I miss?" And he's like, "The van was tiny." That wasn't in the last preview I watched.
Oh,
but I think they're like, I'm worried they're using up all their quips in the previews. Then there won't be any surprise ones in the movie for me. I hope that doesn't happen.
Given the tone of the first one, I'm sure there'll be a lot more in the actual movie. I like the first Ant-Man.
I love the first Ant-Man.
Yeah, I dug it.
It's charming.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this.
The Darkest Minds.
Oh, fuck that.
That's a movie that needs to just fucking come out already.
Oh, God. Yeah, there was like a period there for a couple months where that fucking trailer was in front of like every fucking movie that I was getting. And then I had a breather for like 3 weeks and I forgot about it because it's the fucking Darkest Minds, because of course I did. And then when it came back again like last week or the week before, I was like, oh fuck, this shit hasn't come out yet.
Sixth wave or whatever the
sixth wave. Yes.
A Star is Born.
Yeah, I really want to see that, honestly.
I'm still iffy on her acting, because we discussed this last time, and you said that you'd seen her in some stuff where she was a good actor, and so I kind of tried to watch this trailer with an open mind, and I still wasn't big on her reads, but She's still got an amazing voice, and she's still fucking gorgeous. So even if just for the singing parts, I'm sure I'll enjoy it.
Yeah, I do really want. I mean, I wasn't expecting that trailer in front of Jurassic World.
No, the trailer I wasn't expecting in front of Jurassic World is The Grinch. So we'll jump ahead to the Grinch trailer that we fucking got again.
And we'll get it again.
Is that movie coming out in December?
November.
Oh my god.
It's coming up in early November. July. That's how Illumination gets you. They show these trailers for like a fucking year straight. This is right before Sing came out, and I took a picture of the lobby. And because the lobby was just decked in Sing shit, because fucking Illumination has no shame. And I put that on Twitter, and then someone responded because they took it and photoshopped even more Sing shit on. They photoshopped it on someone's back. Like, this girl was wearing like a denim jacket, and they photoshopped it on there.
I believe it.
I'm not gonna put it past Illumination to do that shit.
So then that's good, because I wanted to discuss this one. It's the first time I'd seen this trailer, Mortal Engines.
Oh, the tank thing.
It looks like an episode of Doctor Who, and I don't know if that's a bad thing or a good thing.
Is it based on a book?
Probably. Because it's like, in the future, for some reason, humanity decided to just schlup up all their big cities, put them on tank treads, and just drive them around the countryside, relentlessly attacking the locals.
Yeah, man.
That sounds amazing. Again, this one looked like an episode of Doctor Who. There was one where they're like on the city's a spaceship. It looked like a video game. Like it felt kind of BioShock Infinite-y.
I'm getting some I mean, it could come out and it could be perfectly fine, but I'm getting some Jupiter ascending
I hope it's like a Jupiter ascending.
Maybe that's a bad example, but
it's like steampunk,
you know what I mean?
For steampunk's sake.
Yeah, because if it is bad, yeah, I hope it's like Jupiter ascending, because it won't be boring. But I mean,
she's got bee powers.
Yeah, I'm getting a vibe of I don't know how well this is gonna do. I'm getting a Tomorrowland vibe off of this movie. I can already tell from the trailer that it looks like Jupiter ascending. It looks like the villain's gonna be the best part of the movie.
It's fucking Hugo Weaving.
Yeah.
It's like, we have to protect our city. Mr. Anderson.
Yeah, I know that Peter Jackson's a producer on this, but I don't know who's directing the movie. Yeah, I hope it turns out good, in the sense that it's very clear they spent a lot of money on this.
Well, I thought Valeria looked good, and apparently it wasn't very.
Not very.
So, I'm a piss poor gauge for movies like this. But I'll probably watch it, and if it's based on a book, I'll read the book first.
Yeah.
Because, I found the premise kind of interesting, if for no reason to figure out then what the fuck apocalypse, the best solution for which would be to put your city on tank treads and make it a bad guy.
It seems like a result of something that, Homer Simpson did. Remember they had to move the town over when Homer became the head of the trash organization.
Who can pick your trash up?
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Bundle it for you.
It seemed like a good idea in theory.
Tell you when you're all say show.
Now I want to watch that. That's a good one. That's a really good one.
I haven't seen that episode in a while, but I had the Simpsons Sonic. Is that what that album was called? Or was it just all the Simpsons Song in one album?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So good.
With that sweet early 90s one that they put out with Bart rapping that Deep Deep Trouble song. Remember that?
That wasn't on my album.
Man, I hate being in deep, deep trouble. We were talking earlier about flashing back to my 1991, 1990 Skateland days. Oh yeah, that song's one that comes to my head real quick.
We should have requested Everybody Walk the Dinosaur, and it didn't even occur to me.
Oh yes, we should have.
Request songs. I was just too happy that I still knew how to skate.
Yeah. That was fun.
That was fun.
This was the only thing that man. It's really fun. Last week, Laura and I drove to Peoria to go see Gotti. It came here this weekend. Well, whatever. We got a good day trip out of it. I didn't expect it to actually come to Springfield.
Yeah, I'm actually out of town next week. When all comes out next week?
Like this weekend?
Like the, well, no, not this weekend, but next week, like 4th of July week.
Oh, 4th of July week is like, I think it's AntMan. AntMan, I think, comes out like the 6th.
Okay.
So I think it's AntMan. This Thursday is Sicario, and I want to say there's something that looks bad coming, because it seems like there was something that I saw and was like, I should call Brian about this, which probably means it's gonna be bad. Maybe I'll have to look and see.
Well, we'll see you then.
See it. Bye.